Alice, Margarita's status report.
Plasma particle density down to 87%. Some sort of jamming signal is affecting the super reactors. It's destabilizing energy output.
So Luca's claims about his pendant were true. Geathjerk is taking full advantage of its abilities. Alice, what do we know about this Gimmy's ship?
It's flying to the northeast at flank speed. The projected flight path will bring it directly over Blossom City.
Then there's only one thing they can be after. Full power, Alice. Don't let that ship get away.
Roger that. Contrail sonar to maximum sensitivity. Main engines ramping to full power. Virgin Victory, full speed ahead.
Nelson's gonna fly this bird to pieces. Something must have just gone from bad to worse.
Your mission's gonna be just as bad, son. Red, you sure you want to go through with this?
More than ever. Prince Vorkin and the entire planet are counting on us.
Dagnabbit. You remind me of a certain someone when he was a lick younger. I won't be wasting our time trying to change your mind.
Red,
Gamorta, I want you to stay here and hold Vorkin's hand. I'll take a team into his body and exterminate this nano-bioweapon once and for all.
Is this really the time for heroics?
It's now or never. We'll complete the operation and get back as soon as we can.
Now, I've been around the block once or twice, but I ain't never heard of nothing like this. You're lucky I invented my Nano Excel. But micronizing humans and injecting them into an alien's body? Well, it's crazier than a sack of foaming weasels, I say.
Ooh, I am more worried about trusting ourselves to one of Le Professeur's frightening contraptions.
Nobody asks your opinion, Frere Jacques.
I don't know how to thank you. All this for my brother.
Ain't no thing. What's the point of sitting on our butts waiting around to catch up with some enemy ship? Come on already, let's do this.
Blue.
Pink. Even as we speak, the Virgin Victory is pursuing Gimmy's flagship. I give you my word. We'll capture the ship and get Luca back.
I hope so. Ooh, Pink has not been right since we lost Luca. Hopefully the sights that await inside her beloved Vorki will knock her out of this slump.
You cannot blame her, especially after what happened to her little brother.
Well, for better or worse, the nano drive's ready to go. Enter the circle, wonderful 100. I doubt I have to remind you, but you got a hard time limit. Here goes nothing, kids. Activating Nano Excel.
Team, Nano Dive!
Roger!
Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play the Wonderful 101. We're taking a fantastic voyage inside of Vorkin. I bet that's a reference you didn't expect to pop up in this game. We're starting this one off with only 10 people. The rest of them are back guarding the Virgin Victory and Vorkin on board. So we have a little bit of work to do. The first mission, luckily enough, starts us off with 2 Chew Dogus, who spawn in a lot more of the little recruitable Dogus, who you can use to bolster your numbers, make bigger Unite morphs. Most importantly, it means you don't have to worry about not being able to use Unite Spring or Unite Guts just because 1 or 2 people got knocked out. Oh, hold on. That snowplow hit. That seems to be the one that always gets me. Like, it's their least telegraphed attack. It's okay, though. Gives us a chance to recruit a couple more. This should be fine for our purposes in this operation. Plus, everybody is battle damaged now, because it's been such a long, strenuous road to get here, right? So their costumes gradually get all messed up and destroyed over time. It's a neat little detail. Also, today, I want to talk a little bit more about the scoring and the ranking system. Just to recap, there are 3 categories. By the way, you want to cut those tendrils off with a sharp weapon when they spawn in. Again, just to recap, there are 3 categories you get ranked on in each operation: combo time and damage. And you get graded from consolation prize, bronze, silver, gold, and on to platinum. Your overall mission ranking is an average of your scores in those 3 categories. If you platinum all 3, you get a pure platinum ranking. The end of mission rank works the same way. It averages all of your mission ranks together to calculate the operation rank. And you need a pure platinum on every mission in order to pure plat the whole operation. So with the recap out of the way, the thing that I really wanted to go more in depth with is the combo score. Specifically, it's something with a lot of nuance to it. When you first hit an enemy, you start a combo, and there's your score and your multiplier. Yeah, we know all that. Every subsequent hit adds both points and increases the multiplier, and some weapons are good for one thing, and some are better for the other. Like, some weapons are really good for increasing your multiplier, like the gun, for instance, which does pretty low damage and doesn't give you that many points, but it adds 0.1 onto the multiplier per shot, which is pretty significant. Anything that does damage will technically give you points, including climb attacks, which give you like 1 point and 1 damage per hit. And then there's the damage liner too, along with the 10 to 50 you get from regular Unite Morph hits and Multimorphs. Now on top of that, you get bonuses for a lot of different things. You get 50 points for using special moves like Rising, Cyclone, and Stinger. You get 200 for dodging at the last second, dodging with Witch Time, parrying, I think, and for blocking successfully. Also, there's a toilet inside of Vorkin. Why is this here? We're just shitting on his alien organs. They're fueled by waste. So yeah, you get bonus points for all those things. You get 100 bonus points every single time you hit an enemy who is stunned or dazed. Dazed is the state where they have the blue stars around their heads. Like with the Orgons, after you ground them for a little bit, or if you yank them out of the ground, that's the dazed state. A lot of enemies, again, like the Orgon we just fought, give you opportunities to get bonus points with specific weapons and in specific situations. Like the Orgons have that overhead attack where they fall out of the sky. If you block that with a hammer, you get 200 bonus points. Or it might be 100, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 200. It usually is. Often the multiplier and the bonus points are your biggest source of high combo scores. Also, damage doesn't reset your combos like it does in, say, Devil May Cry. It resets if you haven't damaged anything in 6 seconds. And that's about all you need to know about the scoring system. Ah, shit. It's mostly pretty self-explanatory, but there are some little details that can really help you out if you know a little bit more about it. It's also pretty lenient. Most of the time, anyway. They balance that out by making some of the requirements to get pure platinum on the combo ranking fairly tight. The encounters in that way are pretty well designed. Also, I'm doing a goddamn horrendous job with these two. How did I blow that? I thought I gutsed that shot in time. Wow, this is... Yeesh. Okay. Gotta play it safe with that one. Oh, I finished him anyway. I'll still get to juggle him. He fell out of the juggle really quickly, though. That was ugly. That was super ugly. Yeah, combo score is not too hard on that one, though. You still get space vegetables by just messing with Vorkin's cells. Also, this is a really sneaky collectible. There is one hole there that's not flashing, and it's hidden behind that fin that you climb on. So now that we've collected that and finished the two, not hoedowns, not raydowns, get-downs. Get down. Now that we finish those two off, we can climb back along this structure. It's alien biology. These things are not compatible with human biological terms, so whatever, fuck it. The doodad and the thingy-mabob. We're gonna backtrack a decent ways. Near the beginning of the level, where we will encounter a Kakuriga. And finders keepers, whenever you see one of those bottle caps, it means that you found all of the Kakurigas in that particular operation. So since we're on Operation 7, this is the only one. We found all of them in Operation 7, technically. Operation 7... That is a geathjerk remote, by the way. Just hidden as a treasure on the floor since we start this one out with only 10 people. I'm waiting for all the dogus to get close enough. Okay. Now this is going to be easy. Operation 7 is the only operation in the game which only has 2 sub-operations. So there's only a 7A and a 7B. B being the boss chapter. No Operation 7C in this. So now that we have 30 people instead of the 10 that it starts you with, this is actually really an easy Kakuriga. But if you're trying to do it without the hammer treasure with just 10 people, this is extremely hard. Those 20-ish people that you get make a gigantic difference. And again, part of it is because you get to make 20-person Unite Morphs now, but the big difference maker is just not having to worry about losing 1 or 2 people to a hit and them getting knocked out temporarily. And not being able to do a spring or a guts, because you need a minimum of 10 people to do that. This guy really does not want to get finished off. Oh, is it that block? Oh. Where? Ah! Come on! Come on! Oh, that so screwed me on time. No, not quite. Wow. I guess it's given me like 140 or 145 to do that. I wonder if the combo score there... I wonder if all the requirements are tuned for only having 10 people. I wonder. Could be, but then why put the hammer treasure there at all? Also, I picked up this custom block. I just want to show this now because I don't get too much mileage out of it, typically. That's the Unite charge that people have been asking me to show off for a long while now. I don't find that much utility in it. It's not bad, but it takes up a custom block spot. And right now, I don't have the energy, what's it called? Fuck, I can't remember the name. The custom block that makes your Unite gauge fill up faster. So that's what I'm sacrificing to have charge. And the way charge works is you hold down the attack button, and at the cost of 1 battery per, it will increase your Unite Morphs to the next biggest size. Now, to be fair, this would have a lot more utility in any other operation other than this one, because I have so few people to work with. So I'm not really going to get that much mileage out of it here anyway, because I can only go from 10 to 20-person Unite Morphs here. For the time being, anyway. And luckily, we don't have to cut all of those tentacles off. We just have to hit one of them, and they all just kind of get sliced. I really like how much they change up the environment in this level. Again, it's completely alien. And it lets them do some unique stuff with the with the way you platform through the environment. And Players get to throw some really cool looking assets in there. Now these two, the Getty Dogus, actually get kind of tricky in this mission. They themselves are not any different, but this is the first time in a very long time that we've encountered them without a huge team. And remember, the bigger your whip, the more armor you pull off every time you remove a plate. So if we had a 50-person whip, we would remove half of their armor at a time. If we had a 100-person whip, we could remove it all at once, but we're limited to a max size of 20, which means we're removing very little at a time. Also, this is one of the daze states I was talking about earlier on. When you remove all of their armor, they go into a temporary daze state, and you get bonus points for juggling them. I love how he holds it sideways when you do the stinger with the gun. There are so many details that didn't need to be in here. Let's just finish him off with this real quick. Good shit. We need to pull the sword out and remove all of the gooey tendrils holding those cells in place. I wish there were organs that you could more clearly identify as like, okay, we're traveling through Vorkin's esophagus or his heart or whatever now. If he even has alien equivalents of those organs.
Unify Naginata! Bite off more than you can chew, wonderful 100.
If it isn't the heir to the throne of the roaming Rulo, leader of the space pirate band known across the universe as the Geizak, Prince Vorkin's first mate, Chewgi, and company.
Oh, do you remember all that?
What the heck are you guys doing here? Wait, don't tell me you're here to help this dude too.
We have no obligation to save Vorkin.
Then what Immortus said is true.
Indeed, we were nothing more than slaves under Vorkin's rule. He took hostages from our home planets, and thus bent us to his will.
Slaves?
Vorkin traveled the known galaxy, demanding duels with the strongest warriors from each planet he visited. He never lost a fight, and the vanquished were made to join his space pirates. This is how we were forced into service. He told us the slightest disobedience would mean the destruction of our homeworlds.
How do your homes fare?
Curiously, Vorkin had placed attack satellites in orbit around our worlds to monitor them. Yet we received word that these have all vanished. He must have deactivated their attack protocols before our final battle.
Wait, Pretty Boy turned him off?
Why would he do that?
Until we return to our homeworlds, we cannot be sure they are safe. But first, we must repay our debt to you. You set us free. We cannot leave while you remain in danger. So say we all.
Chewgi, you're an honorable man.
We shall fight together. That is, if you are willing to join forces with the agents of your invaders, of course.
Ah, such a shame. We should love to have you, of course. But sadly, that would require the nod of consent from Wonder Blue. Wonderful one extraordinaire.
Why not? As long as the boss is down, I'm down.
Oh, you see, once again, Blue takes it upon himself to ruin a perfect... What?
Reinforcements are always welcome. You have our thanks, Chewgi.
Very good. But remember, once the bioweapon is stopped, we must return to our homes at once.
Remember, once again, allow me to express our deepest gratitude and respect.
Yo, boss, let's vaccinate this freaking thing. We got bigger fish to fry.
Roger. Team, let's move!
Roger!
Yeah, Chewgi joins up. Now we are the leader of the space pirate band known across the universe as the Geathjerk. You hear that line of dialogue so much that it's impossible not to memorize. And we can use Chewgi's Naginata as another Unite morph now. Just like Immortus Bowgun, and it's, he might as well be Wonder Brown. It's the same drawing, technically, as the sword, except there's a pause in the middle of it. And by using this, we can deflect all of the drills. The other thing about the Naginata, you can move in midair. So you can, I didn't pull it out in time. I thought I had another second. So yeah, Chewgi's kind of, Wonder Brown. Fuck me, they're like invisible for a second. They're transparent at the edge of the screen. Even when they're over the platform, they're still kind of transparent a little bit. Maybe it's because I have the camera pulled out so far. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Nope. I almost fell off the edge. I didn't get high enough into the air. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is really stupid, actually. Okay, let's get this done right. The bigger the Naginata, the bigger the Unite morph, rather, the bigger the whirling blade of doom. It's a really cool Unite morph to use. It's got some very neat properties, too. Just like the drill in the flashback sequence, the longer you mash the button, the longer the Naginata stays out, and you can do it more or less indefinitely. And I handle that section about as poorly as you can. Borkin's got yet undiscovered types of Dura the Explorers inside of his organs. This one is a drill type. And one of the Naginata's specialties, as you saw back there, is in deflecting drill attacks. But we're really just going to handle this the same way we've handled every other Dora. With team attacks and bombs, and then when he finally gets stunned, with a little bit of juggling until he cannot possibly survive any longer. Oh, not quite. Let's re-juggle. Shit. I mistimed the follow-up hits. So he fell out, not a problem though. Then they spawn two in, now that you've gotten used to the enemy type. Now the real fight starts. Also, you might notice I'm not using the formation charge as much right now. I'm just testing something out that someone told me. Even though he's in slow motion, I think he's still shaking my people off because he's mid-attack. So that's a pain in the ass. I'm testing out whether or not it's faster to mash the team attack or to use formation charge to stun an enemy. My gut tells me that the formation charge is quicker, but I'm not sure. This actually requires even further testing. And boy, do I wish I had that custom block on right now. That speeds up my Unite Gauge recovery. Team attacks are really good for recovering Unite Gauge, but team attacks and that custom block even better. Okay, let's relaunch him. Oh, that's not... that was a missed input. I meant to do the input for the Cyclone, which would have held him in place for a little bit longer in the juggle. Instead, the Stinger came out. It tends to happen sometimes. I'm cutting it real close with the Unite Gauge usage right now. That's what I love about that custom block that I don't have on right now. Is it lets me just be a little bit more liberal about buying gauge usage. So we have a steam vent here, so we unite ball into it. We get a heart, of course, Vorkin's got all sorts of bizarre shit in him. Tiny enemies, which kind of makes sense. Like, they shrank down the bioweapon so it could fit inside. I guess the logic is the geathjerk shrunk down a bunch of monsters to protect the bioweapon in case someone came in like this. But then there are batteries in here. Like, Vorkin's just been eating batteries like a toddler. There are toilets in here. Shit that just does not belong. Oh, little tiny Dogu and flying saucers, of course. Which we don't even have to deal with. Bye, guys. Bye, Felicia. That whip point will curl up if you try to whip too close to it, so you have to do it from the other side of the platform. And then we whack that yellow glowy thing with the hammer, and we're on our way. But not really. We actually have to backtrack some more, because that's the trigger point for a secret mission to spawn in. There's some really bizarre ones in this, and I think the next mission, or operation. And this... Uh-oh. No, that's not the one I was supposed to jump off of. Oh. I miscounted the number of platforms. I think next time I might just make a blade glider. Which, again, is another new upgrade I got at the store, which hopefully will show off at some point. Both the spike ball and the newly upgraded blade glider can cause a little bit of damage, and you can use them in some pretty creative ways to juggle. They don't do a lot of damage, but it's just to be stylish. Okay, now we're... Okay, I didn't even need to make the glider. It's just right there. There's a little secret mission with a nyerk. Which, again, Chewgi, our unify Naginata, sorry, unify Naginata, is really, really good for. Especially because of how long it keeps him airborne. But the sword is, of course, a little bit more damaging. The game tricks you in a really good way. You get Wonder Black, and it's like, oh, there's not going to be any new weapons from here on out. But no, there's actually a shitload of new weapons after you get Unite Bomb. There's still a lot left. I mean, already we've gotten the bowgun and the Naginata now. And there are quite a few that you wouldn't expect. There are quite a few weapons left, quite a few Unite morphs. A lot of them are going to come from unlockable characters, but there's one or two, I think, left from just temporary teammates. Actually, is Chewgi the last one for a little while? Yeah, for a little while he's going to be the last one, but we're going to make up for it with some other hype shit coming up. These platforms are tricky. First, we'll deal with the toilet, which has a figurine in it. Why not? These ones are tricky. One side has a collectible on it, and the other does not, and they rotate. This... Oh, right! The thing in the background. Yeah. We haven't seen one of these in forever. Since the mission where Luca joined us. Holy hell. Ah, God. Not even sure if I left the ground to have Okami'd out of that. You know what? I might have to finish off the big guy first. Yeah, I let him get too close to the edge of the platform, so I had nowhere to fight this thing first. It's okay, though. It's firing that one. I heard the little sound effect. Perfect. Well, not really, but we'll call it perfect. Shit, it got a teleport off. I did not have the bomb out. Okay. Are you guys gonna behave? Yes. I don't know. Spamming the team attack does seem pretty quick. It's just counterintuitive that formation charge isn't faster. Ah! I could have relaunched him and kept the juggle going, but Red's Wonder Rising carries him forward a little bit, so it whiffed. Okay. You have to watch out for them when you start a juggle in their slowdown state after you have the status effect of the bomb on them, because it takes them a second to catch up because they're rising up for the juggle in slow motion, and then all of a sudden they come out of it and they go back to normal speed. Again, it's something that you can exploit for really cool juggles if you're aware of it in time to react. Yeah, one more of these in. I have no Unite gauge, so we might just be finishing him with a bomb. Yeah. Still, combo score should be okay. Yeah, I did take that hit, right. Now, here is something else I don't think I've ever shown. I have talked about it. You can come into the menu, and you can go through all of your individual abilities, and you can just turn off whatever you want. Like the Unite Drill Spring here, I talked about wanting to turn that off for some upcoming fights. And the next fight that we have coming is one of those. And you can do that with anything, including your main Unite morphs, like the sword and stuff. So if you find that you're getting messed up inputs for some reason, you can turn off individual skills and abilities and what have you. This is going to be tricky because I have so little bar to work with. Oh god, I'm an idiot. I should have swapped out the custom block while I was in that menu. I completely forgot about that. Completely forgot. It's okay, we'll have to make do. That's nice, though. Unite Guts gives you back a whole lot of gauge at once. Okay. The other turtle is kind of playing nice for now. He's not doing his shenanigans with his neck. Now he is, but, I even saw the little red flare in his eye and still didn't react in time. It's not even a reaction issue. I got greedy. It's like, I can get one more punch in before it comes. Okay. Now, and it's a downward angled attack, so it stomps you into the ground instead of popping you up. You can't Okami out of those. Kind of an ugly turtle fight, but I expected that going in with very little gauge. This is definitely going to be the end of it, though. And again, you see the blue stars circling his head, and we're getting all the bonus points for hitting him right now while he's on his back. That's the day's state. Bonus points for everyone. You get bonus points. You get bonus points. There's one more of you, huh? I'm gonna try to do this one without the bomb. It's a more honest way of fighting him. And, you know what? Actually, with the Witch Time, I'm not even gonna need the slowdown from the bomb. He's already getting ready to keel over as is. One errant hit. All it takes to ruin a Pier Plat. That's why it's so tricky. If you're going for pure plat, you have to be prepared to do a lot of resetting. Which can be fun and rewarding in its own right, but not really live commentary viable. So we settle for the rankings we get. Except those couple of times when the neuroses kick in. I can't settle for that shit. These platforms are a lot tougher than the previous flipping ones we did. These ones also have stuff hidden on the underside, but we're not going to try to collect those.
What the? What just happened?
It is an earthquake! We have anger, Mother Nature! Mother!
Vorkin must be tossing in his sleep. He's probably starting to feel the effects of the bioweapon.
You're right. Time is of the essence. Team, move out!
One more little drill crossing we have to do with Chewgi. That helps out so much that you can move while you're in midair, spinning the Naginata. Kinda wish Hisako's was double-sided like that. That one's not nearly as long as the first. I was actually expecting a little bit more. But we do get another enemy who's very weak to bladed attacks to mess around with Chewgi on. Oh, laser time? Laser time. No. It's a very rare ability that the Nyerks have. Ooh. That's the first time that strategy has failed me. What I've been doing for a long time with these blob enemies is staying kind of midair and using Wonder Rising to keep myself just above their attack range so I can get more damage in without having to run away from that attack. But it finally hit me out of midair. I didn't even realize it could go up that high. Okay, that's knowledge that's valuable. We're not done yet. We got another crab. Ah, crab people. Crab people. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't build it. Let's try and build a big whip. That did do a whole lot of damage, though. I was nervous about trying to guts that. I wasn't sure if that was gutsable. So I just dodged instead. Then we sever some of his limbs. We get the hot butter out. Because we're about to have crab meat. Aw, it's so cute when he just hits his head. Oh. This might be one of my favorite enemies. Go ham on this shit. Get some good use out of the claws there. The increased damage from the bomb. None of those hits racking up bonus points, though, I think. The gun and the claws specifically are kind of weird about that. And I believe it's tied to their attack rate, because they attack so constantly. It's actually the stinger for the gun and the regular attack for the claws. God, that's the best elemental effect, is the lightning strike on the sword. That alone is incentive enough to get your multiplier above 2.5, just seeing the lightning strike every now and then. Oh, goodbye, crab people. Yeah. Yeesh. Those things animate really well. And we are done with the operation. So we have the next operation, which is sub-operation, I should say, 7B, which is the boss chapter. Why does Vorkin have a Wonder Mart inside of him? How did that get there?
So, this is the parasite thing doing all kinds of nasty crap to Vorkin's body? Dude, it's freaking ginormous!
No, it is we who are miniaturized.
What? The hard way? You mean we'll get big again inside here? Our target, the nanovirus Viking, is in sight. Team, unite up!
Wait a sec. Who are you? Peace Dad? Ooh, dude, don't scare me like that. I thought we were really in trouble.
Actually, Blue, I think I am sufficiently surprised at the failure of the Nano Excel.
Wonder Jump!
Hey, this is kind of a sweet ride, don't you think?
Indeed. Walking around this body with such small legs was making me quite tired.
And now it's time to take this sweet ride and put some antibodies in this body. What do you think, boss?
Good idea, Blue. If we use P-Star to get around, we should have an easier path towards completing the mission.
Red, we shall follow your lead. On your command.
Roger. Wonderful Ones, and Chewgi and Company. Oh, and P-Star. Team, engaging unlimited form. Team, unite up!
Roger.
Now it's P-Star's time to shine. This is a nifty little shooter segment. It's a three-dimensional shooter segment. I got nicked. I'm not sure if P-Star's damage affects your damage ranking for this, because your people can take damage. They're on top of P-Star, and there are opportunities for them to get hit, so I'm not sure. In other segments, like the Orochi boss fight, I don't think the whole damage of the Virgin Victory counted against you for damage, so I'm not sure if it does here. But anyway, when the bar is full, you can launch a couple of missiles at this thing. Otherwise, you have a little laser attack, you can do a barrel roll, or you can unite guts. They're kind of the same function with P-Star here. And if the big bedbug gets too far off screen, little arrows come up to indicate where he is. Also, you have a boost. So it's actually... this is kind of a Star Fox segment, actually. It's an homage to Star Fox. And then when this green sphere comes out, you can get in real close and start hitting him with Unite Morphs. And he'll still try to get a couple of attacks in. Yeah, like, this is one of those opportunities for your people to get hit. I could have guts the purple ball. The purple balls you can guts and reflect back. The yellow ones that he shoots out will trap you and you have to cut your way out of them, I think. And then he's got his little pincer attacks, which if he aimed it properly, I could have gutsed for a whole lot of damage, I think. Oh, and those drills, you either want to avoid those, or I was trying to get Chewgi out, but I messed up. So yeah, you can get Chewgi out to reflect those drills back at him, or you can just evade. So we've luckily, we could still Okami on top of giant P-Star. Or normal-sized P-Star, we're the tiny ones. 2 boss fights in a row now have been gimmick fights, and they've both been really good gimmick fights. God, the more I think about it, the more this feels like Platinum's audition for Star Fox. Like, hey Nintendo, look what we can do. Yeah, maybe you want to give us a ring for that Star Fox Zero. Maybe, who knows? Nope, we want to dodge that. Which is actually not that hard to do, because P-Star has a lot of invincibility frames on his dodge. He's got a little pea shooter. And it takes a little bit of time for the missiles to recharge. Oh no, you don't cut your way out of the yellow loogie. You actually have to shake it off by waggling the stick. Okay. God, I have to draw towards the back of the screen to create a big fist. Good, good, good. And we're not done with the Star Fox segment. We actually have to chase the bug down again. What the shit is the debris around here? Because it's not organic. Is it parts of his carapace coming off? I think I managed to evade through that. Come on. Yeah. So P-Star's hull is getting pretty low. I guess we'll find out at the end of this whether or not his hull damage affects your ranking. Yeah. And we should really be able to finish him off here if I'm lucky. I'm going to try to dip to the left or the right and lower myself a little bit when he does his pincer attack next time. God. It's really hard to see when you're drawing into him with the attack liner. Your screen just turns purple for a minute. And it's not even on purpose. It's just anytime you're drawing a Unite Morph with him that close, you're technically hitting him with the attack liner. I bet you could destroy this boss with the attack liner and the Unite Bomb combo. It's one of those, like, unintentionally good combos, like the Kilgore exploit from Bayonetta 1. Ah, there we go. That should stun him for a little bit. This is one of the most vicious, savage-looking QTE segments.
Bro thinks he's getting away? Right. looks like it wants to play. Time to get all Valiantium up in this bug.
Let us end this at once.
Roger. Team, unite up!
Roger!
Yeah, those were bits of his armor coming off back in the tunnel. Our final encounter with the big bed bug inside of Vorkin, tearing up his organs and liquefying his viscera, is on top of Shiragane's keyboard, which only had like 18 keys on it or something. That's not standard QWERTY, that's not standard Dvorak. I guess his nano accelerator keyboard only needs like 18 keys. When one of the keys gets big like that, it's a race between you and the bug. If the bug gets to it, he gets giant. If you get to the key, you get to be a giant, and he can't even attack you. He just skitters away. And it's oh so satisfying. So yeah, gimmick fight that's really good. Oh, and the monitor even tells you which key is about to pop up.
Where's the nanobio weapon?
Right there, dude, by your feet. Squash that sucker.
Yeah. This is what you do when you're playing Darkest Dungeon and your healer just became fearful and passed her turn and suffered her 4th heart attack. Just stomp the shit out of the keyboard. Oh, it's so good.
Where am I? On the Virgin Victory, son. We just went through a scale model of Hades to get rid of the nano bioweapon those jerks implanted in your body.
In my body?
That parasite is history. Not that I would have minded letting it finish what it started, but it's all good, dude. Immorta was here holding your hand the whole time you were out.
Immorta?
These brave men risked their lives to save yours. As did Chewgi, and the rest.
They did?
Don't. You have to rest.
We merely paid our debt to the wonderful 100. When I think of the cruelties you visited upon us, I'd as soon kill you myself. Vorkin, there is no undoing what you have done. But maybe, just maybe, you can use this second chance to make peace with yourself. I know we will be trying to do the same. Goodbye, Earthlings. Perhaps we will meet again.
Thanks for everything, Chewgi. You're a brave warrior with a noble heart.
No, thank you.
Ah, such sadness. Must you leave so soon?
We hope your homes will soon be back to their former glory. Team, salute.
Farewell, dear friends from the depths of space. May luck follow wherever you lead.
Emergency. Emergency. Wonderful 100, report to the bridge immediately.
Another attack?
Team, to the bridge! Double time!
Roger!
Margarita plasma particle density has dropped to 53%. The Blossom City area is not receiving any coverage.
Commander Nelson, what does it mean?
It means Margarita has been compromised, and there's a gaping hole in our defenses directly over Blossom City. The geathjerk invasion is on.
Whoa, check it out.
Oh, surely this will encore nature's wrath! I want my mama!
We can only be after one thing.
The Sentinel's nerve center. Mother Platinum.
It's happening again, Immorta. And now surrender is the only hope for the people of Dearth.
No.
We've got some big developments to look forward to next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.